Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to part 10 of the Sea of Stars walkthrough. We just made it back to Brisk, and we need to check around town to see if there's any survivors after the Cataclysm and the Dweller of Strife was resurrected. Let's go over toward the right and talk to this man up here. We lost almost everything in the Cataclysm, but if there's anything you need to buy for the journey, we'll use the money to rebuild. Well, this guy's a merchant. We don't get any new weapons or armor from him, but we're going to buy a couple of these Chadre items in the bottom because they refill our MP, and the enemies around here are weak to magic, but not so much to our physical attacks. Now let's go all the way to the right side, and we'll push this box out of the way and talk to this man. I almost got crushed when everything crumbled. Thank you so much for getting me out. Here, it's not much, but I hope it can help. Got basic salad. So every person that we rescue around here is going to give us some food. Now let's head down into the water and then swim over toward the right side. You can pop back up here and then go up and into this building. There's a couple of Strife minions hanging out in here. We fought some at the end of the last episode, but they are weak to our solar magic, so we're going to start the fight by using a sunball. That's going to do a ton of damage, maybe even take one out if you have a high enough magic stat. These guys like to just drop little balls, and then they will shoot the balls that does area of effect damage to anyone around it. After eliminating these guys, we get a little scene. Thank you. I was certain I was going to die here today. Can you get to the docks on your own? People are gathering there while we take care of the monsters. Yes, I can make it. Thank you. I wish I had more to offer. Got Tomato Club. Okay, what we're going to do now is use one of those Chadre items just to refill Zale's MP, so that way we can use another Sunball as soon as the next battle begins. That's just a good way to really weaken the enemies. Now head up and go up the ladder. This will take you back outside, run over toward the left side, and then climb up, and then grapple across the gap. Now you can head over here and go all the way to the left side, grapple across again, and now go over toward the left, climb over this area, and then immediately go up your right side, and you can push this box down. That will allow you to move it along the track on the bottom, and then you can climb up to the next area. Here's a couple more of those same enemies. We're going to just use that sunball attack to do lots of damage to them, and then finish it with a couple physical attacks. That's all you need. I skipped through most of that fight so you didn't have to watch it again. Now let's hop down into the hole and talk to the man. I'm stuck behind this big block that fell. Can you move it? Well, sure, we can move it, and then talk to him again. Oof, that was close. I should head for the docks. Thank you so much. Here. Got mushroom soup. Alright, we're going to once again use one of those Chadres to fill up Zale's MP, and then head back up the same way that we went before, and then over toward the left side. You can run around here to see another group of enemies. This time there's 3 of them, but they're not very difficult. We can take them out pretty easily, and then we'll be able to move on. At this point, I also got a level up, so what we're going to do here is assign people some new stats, and what I want to do is focus a little bit more on those mana points, just so that we don't run out of MP and don't have to use as many items. So I'm giving pretty much everyone that. I'm giving Sarai a little bit more health because her HP was a little bit low, but everyone else is going to get another mana point just to help them out. This area is pretty much done. Just run up the right stairs and you'll get a scene to end this area. All those innocent people. How big is this thing? Hey, you're Solstice warriors, aren't you? We've cleared out the monsters. It's over for now. The big one flew away. It might come back. Wah! Don't worry about it. My friends here are stronger than the big monster. Really? Totally. Wah! It's safe here for now. Please gather at the docks with the others. We're not giving up on you. We'll figure this out, I promise. Thank you. I hope my brother is okay. We can't stay here. Where are we going to go? We need to find new lives for ourselves. I was born here and I will die here, just like my ancestors. We can rebuild. I'd rather move somewhere new. Wah! Okay, hold tight while we figure this out. What should we do here? Clearly some of them need to move on, but there's too many of them for Lucent, plus that town already has its own healing to worry about. Yolanda, are there any other places you can think of? I reckon a fresh start be just what some of them need. Keenathan? How about the small island to the northeast? Oh, the unclaimed one that's filled with pine trees? That could work. Precisely. We know the way, but the Oakham skiff won't get us there. Gotta hit the open sea for that, so we'll need a proper ship. Okay, that's a good lead. Good news, everyone. We know the perfect place for those who wish to leave Brisk and start anew. Yay! Does anyone have a ship we can borrow? Listen, bud, practicality is my middle name, but this here port is totaled. That leaves but one option, it would seem. Oh, I like where this is going, pal. Well then speak up, tall guy. We claimed the Vespertine. That's a negative, matey. Ain't no pulling that trigger without the captain say so. Keenathan is right. The time has come. Ahoy, Captain. We thought you gone. Will this ship be good enough to carry settlers to the island Yolanda mentioned? Look alive, son. The Vespertine could even sail the sea of Yolanda. Apologies, Captain. It'll take us there, guaranteed. Okay, so what's the plan? The boat is cursed, isn't it? In fact, that's the easy part. All we gotta do is get on board, meet the owner, and let the captain buy the ship using the coin of Undeath Accord y'all fetched earlier. A sound plan. Without even breaking a sweat. We'll see about that. For now, we hike to the peninsula and wait. As dusk falls, the Vespertine will appear for but a brief moment. The window is short, so we must jump aboard without hesitation. All in a day's work, Captain. So pumped for this. The three of you are not coming with us. Captain? If we don't make it back, you must find another way to help the villagers find their new land. No way! We've been prepping for this forever! Our end goal remains the same, but for this step, I need you to stay safe. Can you do that for me? I will do as the captain commands, or my name is not Keenathan. Aye, aye, Captain. Can we at least see you safely to the peninsula? Of course. Let me know when you are ready. Well, instead of talking to the captain, we're going to go down and talk to Yolanda. Need to do some shopping? We can go back to Wraith Island real quick if you like. Yes, we will go back to Wraith Island, but not for shopping. Instead, there is a Solstice shrine that we're going to do, and we're going to solve a quick puzzle, and then get some really good new gear for ourselves. So when we get back to the Wraith Island docks, we can rest at the campfire real quick, and then we will head over toward the right side. You can either fight the enemies or just run around them. Either way works. I'm just going to do a quick fight here, skipping past it for your benefit. And then we'll continue on the right side, just go all the way to the end. Again, you can either fight the next fight or go around them. And we're just going to run all the way outside until we're back to the overworld map. Now it's just a short walk to the right to get back to Lucent, and then head on inside. Once inside, head north till you get to the fountain that has no water in it, and then over toward the right side. You'll go up and over the bridge, and then out the right side exit. Now if you go up the path, before you get to the Cursed Woods, there's a Solstice shrine up on the top part, so go up there and enter it. You can run forward and then use your grapplu to hop over and then go inside after stepping on the platform. You'll get a little scene that shows that there's a very large treasure chest at the top, but we have to solve a puzzle in order to do that. So here's the walkthrough on how to do that. First, go over toward the right side and hop on the platform. That will raise up a platform on the left side. Head over there and then hop up the platforms until you can get the blue thing on the ground. That is the Solstice Shrine Key A. Now let's go over all the way to the right side. There's a hole in the wall. Put Key A into that spot. That opens up some platforms for us to climb up on the right side. So head on up there and then grab the treasure chest. You get a shimmering staff, a new weapon for Valere, then hop down onto the middle platform, and then go over to the right side again, climb on up everything, and then go up one more time to the top, and then hop onto the big platform, and that raises up all the ones on the left side. Now go over all the way to the right side and grab Key A from the hole in the wall. Now we're going to go flip the switch, and that's going to raise up this platform, but also lower the other platform on the left. Let's put Key A into this spot. That will open up a few more platforms on this side. Now go over toward the right side, jump on the right platform again to raise up the left side. Now we have a nice pathway all the way up toward the top. So let's hop up here and then keep going all the way up to the top. This is where we can find Key B. Now hop down, and we're going to go all the way toward the right side again, and we're going to put Key B in the right side. Now we have some platforms up here again. Go back over, flip the switch, and then go over toward the left side and grab Key A out of the left side. Now go all the way toward the right side, and we are going to climb up the right side platforms until we can get to the top of this area, and we're going to put Key A inside this hole. That will open up some steps to get us all the way to the top. Now let's go back all the way to the right side, and we're going to pull the key out of this hole. Now go over toward the left side, and we're going to put the key back into the left side hole. So Key B goes in the left. Now it's just a matter of running toward the right side, hopping on the platform, and then that will raise up the left side. Now we have a very clear path all the way up to the top. So go over to the left, climb up everything, and that will take you all the way to the top part. Note that there is a chest on the far left side of this area too, so don't leave after the big one. Go over toward the left side, open up this chest for a shimmering sword, and now you can go over and open the big chest. Found one Solstice sash. That is kind of a tongue twister to say fast. Alright, and what that does is it also takes away one of the glowing dots on this seal far away from us. Okay, well, we picked up some new weapons, so let's put the shimmering sword onto Zale. We have a shimmering staff that can go onto Valere, and we also got a new thing called the Solstice sash that is an accessory that raises our magic attack by 7. So that's pretty good. We're going to put that on as well. And now we can hop down and head out of here. Okay, we're all done here, so we just have to head all the way back to Brisk, and that involves going back to Lucent, then back to the Wraith Island docks, and finally talking to Yolanda to head back to Brisk. If you need to do any shopping, now is the time to do it. You want to go back to Brisk? Yes. Okay, now let's go up and we can talk to the captain. Are you ready to leave? Yes. And then he went, "Behold the pain of everlasting sin," and turned into some half-something form with a beautiful face blowing softly on an apple with feathered wings. What happened next? Chugged about 26 of the elixirs we had been saving for later, and eventually we won. Huzzah! A valiant battle. Get ready. We jump on the next flash. Orders, Captain? Keep the villagers safe until our return. Can do, will do. Safe journeys, Captain. With everything happening, it seems there will never be time to explain, so... Please don't tell my crew. And we get the Who Would Have Thought trophy, because who would have thought those were the same person? Sari, we sort of knew already. Then why didn't you say anything? You're clearly on our side. It's all that matters. Yeah, whatever your reasons are, they must be good. Oh, and thanks for spending the coin to save me. We agreed to let you keep your secret, but it's good to see you trust us now. I'm sorry. I should have. It's okay. We're a team now. So you understand claiming the Vespertine won't be as easy as we thought. Yep, and it just so happens we owe you one, so all the better. Thank you. Now! Ye fools! The Vespertine will return to the Sea of Nightmare any second! Get off right now! What happened? I saw someone, and then... Welcome to the Sea of Nightmare. Nice going, binding your souls to an ancient pirate curse like that. Hello, we plan on claiming the ship for ourselves. Haha, now that's a good one. And how do y'all plan on doing that? These two are Solstice warriors. Pardon? They can use Solstice magic. No creature is immune to it. Solstice magic, huh? How can such a coincidence? You're another hallucination, ain't ye? Brace! Alright, Stormcaller has sensed your presence. I suppose that makes you real. So you're the one known as the Navigator? Hortense be the name. Use it. Can't imagine how y'all ended up here, but it's a relief someone can finally fight those things. You mean the ghost pirates, aren't they? My former crewmates? Aye, going along with mutiny will do you in like little else. Well, I suppose instigating mutiny is worse. Sometimes I wish I was also made an undead of the brainless sort. So your former captain, the Stormcaller, how can we stop him? If the last couple centuries have taught me anything, it's that we can't. See, the curse only has two possible outcomes. Either Stormcaller gives up, or I let the Vespertine sink, and by the looks of it, neither is happening anytime soon. What if we fought him? Look alive, Stormcaller be the most formidable wind mage the world has ever known. We can hold our own in battle. Oh, reckon you can beat a grudge so strong it magicked a parallel nightmare realm in which to torture a crew for all eternity. Look, if y'all are foolish enough to wag your swords at him, I won't stop ya. But first, his wind barrier needs weakening. Where do we begin? There are 3 lightning rods sending power back to the maelstrom where he channels this never-ending storm. Y'all want to confront him? That's the first step. Where are the rods? Even if I knew, ain't no way to tell which way is up in this nightmare. Okay, how about this for a first test? My map should be below decks, in the kitchen past the crew quarters. If y'all can fetch it and return alive, I'll entertain this plan of yours. One map coming up! Alright, we're aboard the Vespertine now. There's a bunch of blue fire all around here. Don't touch it, it hurts you. Instead, you want to go left and then climb all the way up this mast. There's a big rope ladder that gets up to the top, and then head to the left and you can hop out, then go around and walk the tightrope all the way up to the other crow's nest on the other side. Then go over toward the right side and jump down to get into a fight with 3 enemies. There are 2 new enemies here that I want to talk about quickly. They are the melee matey and the ranged matey. The ranged mateys have guns. They're pretty easy to take care of, but the melee matey is very strong, and they are weak to different things. The ranged matey is weak more toward the lunar magic, and the melee matey is more weak to the solar magic. So use that to take them out. You definitely want to interrupt the skills as best as possible because they can do a ton of damage, especially the ones coming from that melee matey. So work together to eliminate these monsters, and then we'll move on. For the rest of the Vespertine, it's only these monsters that you'll be dealing with. In fact, you'll only be dealing with these for quite some time going forward. So I'll be skipping a lot of the fights going forward, but the main strategy is work on taking out those melee enemies first because they're the most dangerous, and then go on to the ranged ones. After the battle, the blue flames will disappear along the deck, so now we can go all the way to the back of the ship. There's a picnic basket immediately to your left, so go ahead and pick that up. Note that picnic baskets do not count as treasure chests for the trophy or achievement, so you don't have to worry about that. This place is a one-time visit location, and you don't need to get everything in here. There are no treasure chests, there's nothing missable here at all. But if you go all the way to the back of the ship, then you can come into the captain's quarters here. There's another picnic basket there, and then if you go further back, there's yet another picnic basket that you can grab. Well, let's go all the way back to the midship section, and there's going to be a staircase leading down. Let's head down into here. Just above you, there's a couple enemies, so let's get the early attack in on them and then take them out pretty quickly. There's another picnic basket just above you that you can pick up, and then we have to go both to the right and the left side. It doesn't really matter which way you go first. I'm just going to head over toward the left side after doing a little bit of healing, using up an item. Okay, now going to the left side, there are some more of the same enemies, so let's take these guys out real quick. Alright, that cleared out the left side, and now we have to go over toward the right side, and if you go down, you can go through a little diagonal area here that will take you toward the front of the ship. There are a couple more enemies to take out here, so let's get rid of them, and once they're gone, there's going to be a picnic basket over on the right side that we can get. All the flames have now been extinguished because we defeated all the enemies, so that's ultimately where we have to go. Let's just grab that picnic basket over here real quick. Now let's go over toward the left side. We've already cleared out the monsters, but we have to go all the way to the back of the boat. And if you go to the bottom left corner, there's a little doorway that you can go through. The treasure chest here contains the map that we need to give to Hortense. That's the map. Let's return to Hortense. Up here, there's a campfire and a save point, so go ahead and use those if you want. Well, the Vespertine mini dungeon is done. We just have to go back to Hortense and give her the map. Hey, y'all are starting to give me hope. How can we find the rods? The magic map connects to the sea, should allow you to get an idea of the place. Okay, we got this. Why don't you take the wheel? I could certainly use a break. Alright, let's see us set sail. 3 islands, 1 rod each. Once they're out, we can storm Maelstrom Point and take the fight to Stormcaller. While sailing, hold square to move forward and left and right to steer the ship. The map can be opened by pressing the touchpad. It shows your current location as well as your objective. Okay, so we're more in the middle. You can see our face right there. We're going to go to the bottom left island first, which is just basically following this giant beam of light that's going from the island to Maelstrom Point. Head over to the dock, head out, and then you can go up the path all the way to where the beam of light is originating from. Okay, let's head up, and what you'll see is that there's going to be a campfire and a save point for us, but there's this big crystal surrounded by 4 little crystals. We have to take out the little crystals. There's also this big emblem up top here that has 6 holes. We need to put coins in there. So starting off on the right side, we're going to push this box down, and we're going to solve the sliding box puzzle to ultimately get the coin out of the palm tree right above us. So let's push this box over toward the left, now push it up, over toward the right, and then down to bonk into the palm tree, knocking the coin onto the ground. So we'll pick that up. That's our first of 6. Now let's head down the path. There's a couple enemies here guarding it, just a bunch of these ranged mateys, and then 1 melee matey pops out of the water. We'll take care of those guys, and then we'll be able to pick up our coin. Now let's head back up to where we just solved that sliding box puzzle, and then keep going up all the way to the top. Now we can hop up the ledges and then hop across these little pieces of wood that get us to the other side. If you head up here, there's going to be an enemy. Make sure that you are healed up nicely, because we're going to get ambushed by a few more things. Even though there's just one that we see starting off, there are a couple of the melee mateys that pop up. Kind of a difficult fight if you're not ready for it, but ultimately we can take them out and then proceed on. Make sure that you grab the coin at the top part here, and then go over toward the left and hop down into the water. Follow the path along the left side. You can kind of just hug that top wall, and it's going to circle around to where we need to go. Just go around, and you'll see a coin on the right. We'll get that one later, but keep going around, and there'll be a coin just sitting on this little island here, so grab that. Now head down and toward the right side. There's going to be another island, and we will take out the 3 enemies on here. Okay, once that battle's over, let's go up the stairs to the left, and there's going to be a coin hanging out here. Now we can go back toward the right side, and we're going to go up and to the right. That will take us back to where the campfire is, so feel free to rest up here if you want to. Otherwise, go up past the crystals, and then toward the left, there's a little pathway that you can take, and that will take you to a tightrope. Go across there, then just follow the path around, and you can hop up the different steps here, and then over toward the left, you can hop down and grab the coin that's sitting right here. So that's all the coins. Now let's head back toward that big emblem where we can put the coins into. So swim back over toward the right side, and then go up, interact with the big emblem, and we can put all of the cursed coins in here. That will unlock a couple staircases for us, one on the right side and one on the left side. Now just go climb one set of stairs. I'm going to choose the one on the right first. It doesn't really matter what order you go in. And then when you get to the top, aim at one of them, use your grapploo to go across and break that little crystal. Once they're both destroyed on one side, then go to the stairs on the other side and break the 2 crystals in the same manner. With all 4 mini crystals destroyed, the main crystal loses its energy, and it will stop sending the beam of light over toward Maelstrom Island. So the bottom left island is now done. Now you can rest up, you can save it, whatever you need to do, and then we will move on to the bottom right island. Let's walk back over toward the ship, and once we're back aboard it, then we can go pretty much just straight across from here. Just go directly toward the east, and that will take you to the next island. Let's go over toward where the light is originating from. The objective here is the same thing, where we're going to destroy those mini crystals. Let's go over toward the right side. You can see that's where the campfire and save point is. But if you go all the way toward the top part and keep going north from the main crystal, there's a couple enemies that we can take out. Same type of enemies, so I'm just going to skip this fight too. And there's no coins or anything here. We just have to climb up this ledge and then go over toward the right side. If you jump the gap, you can flip a switch. That's going to raise a platform up that we can use for getting across. So let's head back over toward the left. You can use the grapple immediately to take out one of the crystals, then head over the pedestal. We can get an early attack in on these enemies, then we'll just take them out. And then the next crystal is going to be found just below us. So this place is a whole lot easier than the last one. And we're just going to line it up and get the grapple to attack this crystal. Now we can take a moment just to rest up and then go back up to the north side of this area. And we're going to clear out the left side. So the right side's done. Now it's just time for the left side to be completed. Let's go all the way up and then head toward the left side after you get to the top. You can go down and get one grapple attack down here, then go up toward the top, jump over to the left, climb up, and then flip the switch at the top. That will create a grapple point on the bottom part. So let's hop down there, and then we can grapple across the gap. Let's take out these enemies, and then the last grapple that we have to use to destroy the crystal is just below us on the right side. So this is a very easy section. We can do it in just a couple minutes. So over on the right side, we will attack the crystal, and that's all 4 of them. This island is complete. Feel free to rest at the campfire. It's just on our right as we're about to leave. And then we can also save the game. We have completed 2 out of the 3 islands. We just have 1 more to go, and then we can go to the final section of Maelstrom's Point. Now that we're back outside, let's head over toward the left. We can hop aboard our ship, and we're going to sail over toward the northwest. That will take us to where the main island is. And then what you can do is just follow the beam of light from the center all the way to its origination point, and that is a good way to find exactly where we need to go. So now let's walk up the path, and we'll go to disable this very last beam of light. There's the campfire straight ahead of us. This part's a little bit longer and more confusing, but it's just a lot of running around. So go to the right side, climb up this beam, then go over toward the left, hop across the gap. As you run along the ground here, you will eventually get ambushed by an enemy group from above. There are 2 ranged mateys and 2 melee mateys to contend with here, so a little bit of a tougher fight just because we're outnumbered by them, but we can still prevail no problem. Okay, now we're going to go over toward the left side. We can hop over this little gap, then go all the way down, and then you can go up this cliff and then grapple across to this ladder, climb up it, and there's another fight waiting for us at the top. This time just 3 enemies, so slightly easier than the last one. Now let's go over toward the right side. We can go under the little bridge and then across the tightrope on the right side. This will allow us to go all the way up to the top section here. And from this point, we want to go over toward the left. You can go out on this beam to attack one of the crystals. Now go up and to the left. That will take you up a little bit higher, and you can grapple into this crystal, jump across the gap to the right, do it again for that crystal. And the bottom right one is pretty easy to get to as well. You just have to grapple a little bit further out of your way, and you'll be able to hit it on this far side. So that's all 4 crystals. Once you get up there, it's very simple. It's just getting there is the long part. And when the wind barrier disabled, we can now go to the center island and fight the boss. So that's pretty good. Getting down is a little bit tricky. Just head back the way that you came, and eventually you can hop down. You can go toward the left here, and then you can drop down just on the other side of the tightrope area. However, I'm going to do one more fight here because I'm so close to leveling up that if I just defeat these 3 enemies again, which for some reason respawned, I'm able to get one more level up right before the boss. I'll just set up the stats however they need to be, and then we can move right along. Okay, let's go over toward the right side. That rope ladder you don't need to do anymore. You can hop down on either side of the rope. I just didn't know that you could do it on that side, so I did it on the right side instead. But then you can hop straight down by the campfire. Use it if you want to, otherwise just head on out. And what we're going to do is head back to the ship and then go to the main island in the middle of this triangle. So there's the main island just south of where we started at the top island. And then we can head on into the main part here, this little cave looking thing. Let's head inside. This is Maelstrom Point. Go up and then over toward the right side. You can hop across the gap and then just follow the path around. It's very linear getting to the top here. There's no enemies that you need to deal with. It's just kind of a straight shot. You just have to be kind of creative in how you go around it though. So follow the path around. You might need to do a little shimmying, a little grappling here and there, but you really can't get lost here. Okay, here's the campfire and the save point. Go ahead and use that. You probably want to use the save point just because the boss coming up is kind of tough. It's going to be probably the toughest boss yet. Likes to do a lot of attacks that hit every party member. So it's a good idea to use up any items that are kind of single target healing and focus instead on using party healing if you want to. You can use the campfire to do a little bit of cooking. So things like mushroom soup are really good. So once we're done cooking all of those things that we need for group healing, then we'll be ready to fight the boss. Okay, let's save it real quick just for safety, and then we can head up the rope ladder on the right side, and that will take us to where the boss waits for us. Now head on up and to the left, and you'll climb a big rock and get a cutscene. The tide brings trespassers to my realm. We have come to free the Vespertine from your curse. Oh, is this how landlubbers refer to my ship now? Who cares? We're ending this now. And so it is that my reign is challenged once more. I am Stormcaller. The Sea of Nightmare corrupts all, and in time consumes all. If you would try your luck, make sure your aim is true. For now the storm calls for you. Okay, this is Stormcaller. He only has 3 attacks that we need to watch out for. The one that he's doing right now is his normal physical attack. It does not have any charging to it, but when the countdown reaches 0, he attacks one character 2 times. Make sure that you block it twice as the attack comes in. Then he has 2 other attacks. This one here, when he has 5 different emblems to try to break. This is where he's going to do a chain lightning attack where he calls down a lightning bolt from the sky, and it's going to attack all of your party members at once. It happens really fast and it's very difficult to dodge, so you have to be careful with this one. I was able to use Sarai to disorient him, and that will just push back his timer a little bit, allowing me enough time to fully disable his skill. So he actually won't use it now, but he will use it later on in the fight, and you'll get to see what it looks like. If Stormcaller has 8 different emblems, that means he's going to use his third attack, which is called Ruler of the Tides. This one is a very powerful attack that hits 3 times. It has a really cool animation with it, so one thing you might want to do is use Lunar Shield if you've got the MP. That will at least negate one of those 3 attacks that comes at you, and then just make sure that you're ready for a heal. I like to build up the combo meter throughout this fight and then use it to do a party-wide healing. Otherwise, if you don't have that, use one of the healing items. But Ruler of Tides calls upon this big sea dragon, and it blows fire at you, and you can block it 3 times for every character. So that one's kind of difficult to get, but eventually you can learn the timing of that one. It just isn't very obvious to know exactly when to block. But you'll get it. You can hear the audio cue for if you're blocking correctly, and then they just come kind of in a sequence like that. He liked to use that attack multiple times in a row on me, so it's kind of difficult to disable it when the countdown is so short and you're getting so much damage back to back. But if you're taking too much, make sure that you're using those healing items, and you should be okay. That's pretty much all there is to say about Stormcaller, so I'm just going to let it play until it gets to the point where he goes into critical HP, and I'll show you how his appearance changes at that time. Alright, so pay attention to how he looks right now. He's more or less lunging back and forth, a little bit up and down, but he is basically going more toward the left and right, and his eyebrows look more angry than anything. Well, after this sunball, you can see that changes quite a bit. Now he's moving primarily up and down, and his eyebrows look a little bit more worried than angry. So that's how you tell when he goes from normal HP into critical HP. By now I figure his HP's got to be pretty low, so we're going to use a boosted X strike just for a very dramatic finish. And we get the Yo-Ho trophy for defeating Stormcaller. No! Whew. We made it. The tremors are too strong. We have to get out of here. To the ship! The deed is done. What now? We brace! Free at last. It's finally over, Hortense. Haha, now that feels good. Hey, I know you haven't had a break in forever, but there's these people we still need to help. I reckon I owe you one. Friends of yours are friends of mine. Take me to 'em. But I must admit, the sea monster kind of creeped me out. Was it called Hydralion? No idea, but it was massive. Oh, I hope Hortense will let me ask her some questions. I have so many. That there be a quest worthy of my support. So we have a deal. Ship's yours, and I'll be your navigator. I've only sailed it once, but I'll be damned if I can't pull it off again. How much do you know? Enough to see through your disguises. You're one of them, aye? No worries, I ain't tellin'. So, these two Solstice warriors be coming along to help? I was hoping that in the end they would, if I helped them first. Well then, I reckon we have a shot. Hortense, aye. Don't mention it. I owe you a debt for pulling me out of actual hell, remember? Aye. Thank you. Ahoy, Navigator! Hortense be the name. Please use it. Aye, it's just, stories say you were quite the mandolin player back in the day. That's octave mandolin, son. She won a duel against the legendary Shredrick. I have certainly dabbled. Whoa. My, I reckon you should join this little bardcore band of ours. Haha, I don't see why not. Huzzah! This eternity thing just got a whole lot better. Welcome to the crew, Hortense. The Vespertine is ours. Just talk to Hortense when you are ready to transport the settlers. Y'all ready to take the settlers to their new land? Let's go! My magic map should work in this realm too. To the northeast then. Those who want to leave for new land, all aboard! The island is to the northeast of Brisk. Don't forget to use the map if you need. As Hortense said, our destination is to our northeast where the star is on our map. So as we go there, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And that's going to wrap it up for episode 10. When we come back to episode 11, we'll see what this new land has to offer. And it's going to be a very heartfelt experience. So thanks again so much. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.